Everybody signed internet. We also need people for the phone numbers for the budget committee. And if you want a copy, we can copy that. Why don't we take the minutes first? Everybody have an updated copy of the minutes, which is what Laura just gave you.
Yeah. My pen back.
Oh, that's your pen.
Thank you.
Alrighty, there you go.
The correction that was made was like third paragraph from the bottom. Betty seconded and I nominated, or I don't remember what the order was.
You nominated Chip and then I guess I seconded. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yep, that's correct to my best knowledge.
Anybody else see any mistakes, corrections that need to be made in the minutes? Okay, then somebody like to make a motion?
Motion accept as written.
Second. Everybody?
Okay. All in favor of accepting the minutes as written? Opposed? Okay. Now, tonight, we were supposed to get answers to some of our questions. I don't know if anybody read through this lease agreement or not. I'm not a lawyer, so you know what? I don't understand most of it. Do you want to kind of summarize, Chip, what you got out of it? Because I think maybe you...
I looked at it. I'm not even close to legal. I know that it looks like somebody had highlighted a section about default on this.
Page?
That was on, I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't have pages.
It doesn't really
Okay.
have page numbers, but, basically, I thought about this after we got this, and I actually thought about it, and I said, you know,
Third page?
these are always structured as leases, not like your own with a loan. They're always structured as a lease. And I think that's, and municipals tend to do that. Even though it more or less is a loan, you have an annual lease payment. And that's what they're talking about if you default on the lease payment, that one payment, that annual lease payment, not defaulting on the entire loan. But there's a section before that page, the page before that, that says non-appropriation, which is section 4.
That's on the second page.
So I read non-appropriation. Non-appropriation looks like if the town decides that, if the people decide to not approve money for it, that we're off the hook.
Except, the bottom part says, we have to pay for damages to the vehicle.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, there may be issues for...
So that includes maintenance.
No, I don't think, I mean, again, I don't, that's a good, and so I can look at this and say that, then there's a whole nother question, whether this contract is even valid, because if you go through the definitions, this is supposed to have been approved. The voters approved 5 payments. This contract is for 6 payments. So therefore, there's a question about legal standing, whether this is even legal contract, because it's totally different than what the people say.
So what the town lawyer said.
So I'm not a legal person. That's for the town lawyers to decide, because it's ultimately them who that if we get sued, the town gets sued for non-payment or default, and they want $88,000 or $80,000 from us, and we say no, we don't have to. By the contract, we don't have to. It's going to go to the attorney. He's going to have to say why, and so they're the ones that are going to have to sit on that other side. So,
But this is the 5th payment, so I wouldn't think that would come into play until next year.
but the contract was
16.
for, but the whole contract was for 6 lease payments. So if you got part of that contract and it was signed off by Shepherd,
Yeah.
which was wrong against the
Selectmen.
against the vote.
Everything's wrong about it.
So there's a question of what does that make only that one section of the contract null and void, or does that null and void the entire contract? I don't know. Again, I'm not a legal person.
So why are we even here again, Chip, if we don't have no
Well-
legal
Well,
advice?
now wait, let me go, I go there,
Go
okay?
again.
So I
Then-
sent an email. Well, and
we
some people
emailed
don't
this
know.
morning,
Some
and-
people don't know. I sent an email last week. Was it last week?
I thought I got it this morning.
No, the original email that I sent was to you
Oh, Monday,
and to
that
Ben.
was Monday.
Was that
It
Monday?
was Monday, yeah.
Was to you and to Ben. I CC'd Ben and I sent it to her asking can we get a legal opinion, the town's legal department, to tell legal guys to tell us what this means, because I felt the non-appropriation was the important issue. And I also questioned whether the contract was legal, but it's going to come up to, not us, not the selectmen, it's going to come up to the attorneys to decide how that plays out, and I don't know. And so without that, and so I said, is there a way that we can get that answer before this meeting? Because I can tell you what I think, but again, it's totally irrelevant what I think. It's totally irrelevant when anybody here looks at this. So it's going to be our attorneys, our meeting the town's attorneys, who are going to have to decide whether they feel that we're liable for that $80,000 or not.
Betty?
Yep.
I think you're right, that the non-appropriation is going to come in. If the town refuses, that's when the non-appropriation
And
clause
the-
will come in.
And it does say right here, if such non-appropriation occurs, the lessee shall deliver the equipment to the lessor or to a location designated by the lessee, blah, blah, blah. Lessee shall be liable for all damage to the equipment other than normal wear and tear.
Which would mean basically what the cost to repair, that we kind of have a cost to repair, would be the amount that we, I believe,
Again, I don't
would
know
have
how
to
much,
pay.
I don't know how much of that we have to do and how much we don't have to do.
Well,
Some of that could be
probably-
considered normal wear and tear.
Wanted to add,
$149 right here.
How much?
oh, on the estimate?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much was the estimate?
On the estimate, 2,600, $49 and 0 cents.
Right, but I don't know how much of that is, how much of that
It's
is.
all stuff that is supposed to be repaired because the mirrors,
Right.
the board, I don't, as far as the, on the bottom,
But tires, tires are wear and tear, so I don't
tire tires, anyway.
Cheaper
But I'm
than
just saying, I
payment.
know that was one of the things, so.
Then what happened this afternoon was, I got a call at like 4 o'clock in the middle of the field hockey field, and I could do nothing about it, but Ben was like, I tried to get a hold of the lawyers, they're on, the ones that they were using for this are on vacation. He tried the other law firm they're using because of some conflict of interest, and he was in court all day. So basically, we don't have a lawyer's opinion. So Ben said, well, do you want to postpone the meeting? There's nothing I can do at that point. I'm standing, I have
You
no,
probably didn't see,
nothing.
you didn't see
Yeah.
my email, because that was my email. is
Right.
I sent-
So, you know, he says, well, maybe you need to, this is the only night I have, which doesn't mean you guys can't meet. You guys can meet without me, but I thought it had to be done by Monday. That's the 22nd, right? He said, well, maybe we'll need to have an emergency budget committee meeting Friday night.
So we had a whole week.
I won't be here.
Still
So
today.
I'm just saying what he said. I'm throwing it out there. I won't be around.
Same old, same
We
old.
can vote tonight with the knowledge that we have and just let it go, or
We can
What knowledge
refuse
do
to
we
vote.
have though?
I got
Roger.
it all goes back
Can't vote on
to
that.
the referendum, because it says we already had the money for it.
No, for the
Read
first
the
payment.
referendum. It says the money is already collected.
That's for the first.
That was
For the first payment.
That's for payment.
It's not the way it reads.
Yeah, it is.
First of 5 annual lease payments.
The money for the payment has
So,
already
yeah, payment has been.
Yeah.
Number one payment, right?
Right.
So, it's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I just don't understand, he's had a week to contact the lawyer. He waits till the day we're gonna meet to contact him?
I don't know if he started trying to get him on Monday or not.
I
I
don't
don't know.
I believe we don't have to vote at all, do we? We can refuse to vote.
Can't vote on that.
I don't know.
We can vote and no vote.
You can vote. You
can
have
all
to-
abstain.
You have to vote
We have to
because
vote.
there's money involved.
Right.
We have to vote. So if we
Because- but
50-50.
it doesn't mean you have to say yes or no, I'm just saying you have to vote, that's what I'm saying.
We could vote and we could all abstain.
Okay.
That's the other thing. you do.
But I don't think that's,
That's
I don't
what I
think
did.
that's doing our job of giving the town people guidance of us who are looking into
But we
this.
need more information to,
I think we have to have information to vote.
You gotta have the lawyer's opinion before I vote.
Well,
course.
see, that's the problem. We've got to
But we're
vote.
in a time crunch. That's also the
I'm
other
no
problem.
lawyer.
Yeah, but that's not our problem.
Exactly, they can do it
But
last
that's
week.
why we will not guide them, because we don't have the knowledge to guide them with.
Right, but my point is
Oh, I
that
hear
we
you.
asked for legal opinion last week,
I'll vote yes for a legal opinion.
you know what I'm saying? And so, until we get that, we can't give them a vote. And if they run into the time frame, they run into a time limit. I mean, that's their problem.
We can't just postpone for a
No.
while.
Has to
till
go
we
on the
get this
ballot.
straightened
It
out
has to
through
Get
the
to the
law.
printer. It has to be
Monday.
done.
What she just said that we couldn't, we have to vote. Why do we have to vote?
Because money's
can
spent.
vote.
Because
money.
it's money, that's why you have to.
you
money
have to
article.
vote yes, no, or abstain.
Right.
It's kinda hard to vote for money.
Well,
If you don't know
abstain.
what the hell you vote for.
I agree with you, I'm
No,
not
no, no,
saying.
I'm not, I know you gotta have something to put on the referendum. Nothing against you or anybody else, but it's just that.
For the other two selectmen, there is, if you look at that non-appropriation,
Yeah, it's a biggie.
it may actually be better to have the referendum article reworded. So rather than asking to authorize, it might be better, and again, legal is gonna have to advise you on this, but it might be better off saying, do the town people direct us to not appropriate money for this, so that it is in writing that we're not gonna raise any money for that ambulance payment. Because if, when I read that non-appropriation article, it almost looks like there's gotta be something from the town that says that we're not gonna do that. So you may, rather than asking people to authorize, you ask people to not authorize.
Yeah, but,
It's the same thing, is if they vote against that, then that means they're voting for you to take it out of contingency. So they're still giving you guidance, which is what you guys
We're
want.
on the spot, but we're gonna vote in the beginning of November, and the lease runs out in the end.
That's what I'm saying, you have to do it in November. You can't then come back, if the town says no against the contingency, but then now based on that article, it says that you need to have another referendum
Contingency is
article.
only 22,000 left.
Now you're screwed.
Next year, they're gonna have to have a referendum again, even if they pass this one. They're gonna have to have another one next year to pay for, and
That's the thing,
for
Pat.
the sixth payment, which was never authorized.
But that's, so I mean, again, I don't know, it's Monday that you have to have it by?
Yes, it's 45 days before the election. Monday is the deadline. If it's going to go on the ballot.
Don't have a choice.
Well, right.
And both attorneys at Bork and Clegg are on vacation supposedly this week?
Yes, yes. Ben did email them last week, and they're both on vacation. He gave them the information to review, and then he went to a third
It's unexpended
attorney
balance.
yesterday, I believe.
It's like we got one attorney, no?
Give another opinion.
Right. 22,000.
He just
We're gonna talk about
Yes,
shutting.
yes.
we should tomorrow, but again,
That's last year. That's last year.
nothing concrete on that.
So we feel like we don't want to vote tonight, is that what you're saying?
Same place we were last week.
Well,
I don't feel I can vote.
are they still going to be on vacation tomorrow?
They're up till next Monday. Our attorneys are
Our
all.
primary.
The other attorney has everything, doesn't he? Doesn't the other attorney have it all?
Is Alan Shepherd available?
No, the other attorney has all the paperwork, and he's going to look at it tomorrow.
Right.
Yes.
Has he said that he'll get back to us? Is that a,
Tomorrow is supposed to be, we're gonna hear from the second one in contact.
so we do know?
That's what he told us.
So they've received it, they've acknowledged they've received it, they're
Yes.
gonna look at it.
Yes.
But they just couldn't get us, he was in court today, so he couldn't.
They'll have an answer
He
by
had
tomorrow.
about 3 o'clock to actually look.
So,
I can't come tomorrow.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to meet tomorrow, that's fine. I don't know how many.
Thursday,
people are
Friday,
available.
Saturday, or Sunday, take your pick.
I'm not
He's
Not
available.
around Friday, Saturday, or
How about none of
Sunday.
the above?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not available tomorrow.
And we probably have to have a majority here to vote, right?
That's what I was gonna-
So we gotta have
Football in the
6
afternoon.
people.
Well, somebody's out.
Sunday's out.
Look at that out.
Huh? Excuse me, I wasn't
I
even.
said
Don't matter to me,
Sunday,
any
church in
day.
the morning, football in the afternoon.
She don't care. What day, right? We don't.
I mean, again, some people, if you can't be here, we can always get the information, they can do it through email.
I don't
No.
think we can vote through email. We
How
had that
about-
discussion before.
How about over the phone?
Can you come in and sign
I
something?
think you have to be here. What do you think? I think you
I don't
physically
think
have
you
to.
can, because I asked before, and when you guys did that, how many years?
That's why we have an
Right.
alternate.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people would like to meet tomorrow night then?
We'll be right back where we are right now.
Well, I mean, you know, assuming that they get the other lawyer.
Is Friday night better for people?
Nope.
Nope.
Or Saturday sometime, or Sunday sometime?
No!
Going to the
How about
mountains
midnight?
Friday morning.
How about Sunday night?
Sunday night, football,
Football.
Yeah, football.
football America. We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta help these
I can
people
either do
here.
tomorrow night or
We
Monday.
gotta help.
Well, I mean, we gotta come up with some days, so try to figure out
Unless
something.
you're gonna have it.
Yeah, but she's gotta have Monday by 5 o'clock. You're not talking Monday night, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're talking like.
You know, I mean, yeah, because you.
Yeah. So it's
I mean-
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's it. So,
On Monday night.
No.
No, it's, she's
Still
gonna
does,
have
you
it,
gotta have it
she's
by-
gonna
Gotta
have
have
it
it
by
by
5
I'm
o'clock.
not gonna do anything with it after 5 o'clock. Who's gonna know
Well, she's the town clerk. She's telling us that she knows
5 o'clock.
when the deadline is, so I'm gonna go
You
with
gotta
that.
have it Monday, right?
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's the 45th day
Yeah.
at the close of business.
Right.
Not thereabouts?
No.
No. Okay, who can meet tomorrow night? Let's start there.
I could probably meet any night, so I can meet.
1, 2,
Yeah, I can.
3, 4, 5. We need 6. I don't know where Jerry
Who can
is.
meet Friday night?
Who can meet Friday night? Somebody better bring some, nothing, I won't say it. Bring some refreshments, but,
Is there more for Friday night?
I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7.
And maybe who in here, some of them, I'm sure.
Friday would probably be better because the attorney's going to look at it tomorrow.
Well, that's what I was, that week gives them an extra day,
Yes.
right?
What time Friday? 6:30? 6? 5:30?
What time's the office close? So
Saturday, I had the spaghetti supper.
so I can go 5.
Friday.
Friday,
On Friday.
5, 6, 7, whatever. Do you want to do it at 5?
I don't know, people work, so you guys gotta speak up. Work
What's the
with people.
earliest people can want to meet?
Uh,
I'll be at camp.
Friday?
5
Friday.
is, 5 is good for me.
What time do you get up?
Between 5 and
I
9
usually
is
get home
fine.
around 6.
So
There's
6
a day
o'clock?
off
Say 6
Friday.
o'clock.
Want to do 6?
Want to do 6?
6.
6 on Friday?
6 o'clock Friday.
Can we try to get the information out to people so they can kind of think about it, or?
If we don't hear from that, you're right.
Right.
If we don't hear from this lawyer or whatever, email us or something so we
right,
don't
right.
end up coming up here for nothing, I think.
Right.
Well, we
I
have
was
to
in
vote anyway.
Northampton at 5:30 today.
Regardless, we have to vote.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I say if we don't have anything
What happens
Friday
if we
night-
don't vote? Let me ask you.
Budget committee says all zero.
Yeah, you have to abstain then.
So I say if we don't have all the information that you feel necessary on Friday, we vote and you abstain. I don't know what else to do.
Well,
Well, they don't put it on the
I
ballot.
think that the bottom line
They
is
have to put
that
it on the ballot.
They need to, the payment's due in November.
Yes.
if they don't have a legal opinion,
It's not like
Nobody
it's
can
the last
vote.
minute.
Yeah.
so I hate to say it, but if they can't get us a legal opinion before Friday,
I don't think it's
We're
going on the
done.
ballot.
then I think they're gonna have to, they're gonna miss their 45-day deadline. They're gonna have to wait on Monday or Tuesday until we can vote. And they're gonna be against that deadline, but that's,
And to me, a lawyer's office and.
I mean-
$20,000.
Seems to me if they knew this was coming, we should have waited like the day before we met.
Well, that's the thing, we shouldn't have found out, but yeah, you're right.
Same old.
So Friday, 6
Well, what do you
o'clock.
got? I guess we'll
Unless
wait.
you hear from me, check your email Friday.
Okay.
And see, but anything that Ben sends to me, I'll just send out to everybody and go from there.
make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Chip,